Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, this is Dana, and I would like to talk about practical remedies for insomnia. I have several friends who's suffering from insomnia for some reason, and I don't know why. Probably it's overwork because usually that's what happens whenever we work too hard, and we end up having sleepless nights and all of that, all those things that are not supposed to be happening. It just keeps happening to us. And with me, it's just not helping. A lot of people have been suffering from the same issues for quite uh, a while, and I thought before it was just me, but turns out it wasn't just me. There was like other people who does uh, have that problems. So I've made my own personal study, and most of the things that I do actually works pretty well. That I might add. Anyway, so this is just a little bit of something that I could share to each and everyone who's having difficulty sleeping at night. Uh, Before everything else, the first thing that I hope people would be doing would be I would suggest take a warm bath at night. Not a cold shower exactly, because cold showers can actually wake you up, and we don't want that. We're trying to make you go to sleep. Anyway, uh, with your bath salts, I would suggest get a handful of it, a handful of rock salt, not iodized. Iodized salt never does anything right to anyone, including cooking. So you use rock salt, or if you could find something like Epsom, you can mix up Epsom salts with rock salts, and then you mix it up with lavender oil. If you cannot find lavender oil, I would suggest um, how about using something easier to find, like aromatherapy oils is actually very useful. So if you could uh, get some lavender oil in your local craft store, then that would be cool. With me personally, I would suggest chamomile oil or lavender because it's what I usually use. You mix that up and put a teaspoon of olive oil so that it helps smoothen up the skin, and that's the reason why I look like milk. Anyway, that's just part of the reason. But technically, all my soaps is based on goat's milk. I make my own soaps. So there. Anyway, uh, you mix up your lavender oil along with the carrier oil of olive oil on your rock salt Epsom salt mix, and then you pour the entire handful of salt thing. You pour that all over the bathtub if you have a tub. If you don't have a tub, uh, I would suggest pail of water, but you have to quarter it, four parts. Anyway, you bathe with it. In the tub, if you have a tub, you soak yourself up for at least 30 minutes to an hour at least. It relaxes your nerves, and the scent of the water would help ease your mind from all the tensions that are happening for the whole day. So that's one of the main reason why I would suggest use lavender oil. It's actually to um, induce relaxation and sleep into the mind. Another thing that you could use after bathing, I would suggest get yourself, if you could find amethyst, tumbled stone amethyst. Um, I don't think I have a sample here right now, but it's in my bags. I use amethyst to, well, I cleanse it every morning, wash it with rock salt and a teaspoon of rock salt and vinegar in lukewarm water. I soak that up for about 5 minutes and then I wash off all the residue and then I put it under sunlight because it's not used for sleeping purposes. But if it's for sleeping purposes, I would suggest you put that out on the night of the full moon. It energizes the crystal and it helps induce sleep. All you have to do is put that on your bedside table. You don't really need to sleep on it. Some people will put it under the pillow. No, you just put it on your bedside table. You don't really need to put your head on it. You might not be able to wake up or have a hard time waking up. So, yeah, just put it on your bedside table. It will help relax the mood in your room, the energies in your room. Also, another thing, if you are staying in a hotel or a new place that you're not used to, let's say you're having a vacation and you're staying in a house or maybe even a new house when you just moved, I would suggest put rock salt on the four posts of your bed, and then you put 3 cloves of garlic underneath the bed. The purpose of the garlic is it stops the nightmares from trying to penetrate you, and the rock salt will help you ease a good rest. It stops psychic attacks if there is any. A glass of water. No, you glass of water. You put that on your bedside table, but you don't really need to put your dentures in it. That's a whole different story. Dentures should be put in the glass of water inside the bathroom, not on your bedpost. It's a whole different story. Okay, so um, for sleeping issues, also a glass of milk with what do you call that? With turmeric powder. The next morning, it will come out. Literally, it will come out. It will detox your stomach. So you have to be sure that when you wake up in the morning after drinking turmeric milk, go into the bathroom immediately because you will need it. But yeah, it helps induce sleep because it relaxes the nerves. Another thing that you would take, I would suggest you try to drink tea. If not chamomile, try peppermint if you can find any. I think they have that on Earl Grey. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, um, you can find those kinds of teas, commercial teas, on in your supermarkets or your regular stores, or even in coffee shops. You can buy those there. Peppermint or chamomile. Those two teas can actually help you ease the nerves of your body. At the same time, if you're having stomach issues, like uh, not really ulcers, but more like hyperacidity, you could also drink chamomile tea. It also relaxes the nerves of the stomach and the hyperacidity goes down. So that's another thing that you could use for that. Um, so that's about it. And I would suggest that you all have a good night's rest. And I hope you get to learn something from this. Always remember, everything is just happening inside your mind. This is Lady Dana. Blessed be, and have a good rest.